Test, 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 test. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hardcore Herbivore YouTube channel. Man, it's been a long time since I said that I would start making these videos, and here I am. The time of this recording, it's March 18th, 2020. It's actually my birthday today, and we're in the middle of the COVID-19 quarantine, so I figured, what else do I have to do except for record YouTube videos? So I wanted to take this opportunity to introduce myself, talk about my journey as being an herbivore, and what you can expect in this YouTube channel in the coming weeks, months, years maybe, who knows. I guess my first real memory of being introduced to the world of vegetarianism, veganism, or whatever was at a show in 1993. There was a venue in Fullerton, California, Yorba Belinda maybe, Fullerton, called 8.5. I think at one point it was called Club Euphoria. And I believe that the show was Outspoken, Function, Black Spot, and Neck Deep, but I could be wrong. But in between bands, this guy came up to me. I think maybe I had talked to him once or twice before, and his name was Spencer Eakin. Turns out Spencer had sang for a band called Mission Impossible. Also, if you have a test press of this 7-inch, please holler at me. I need another one. Spencer sat down with me and my friend Jake and talked about eating meat. He actually gave us this flyer, like this very flyer. I still have it from 1993. He didn't just give me the flyer though. He sat down and he talked to me about eating meat, about why eating meat is bad, and about some of the alternatives. So I didn't eat meat from 1993 until about 2001. So it was really hard in the 90s to be vegan. We didn't have the same technological breakthroughs that we did in vegan cheese and fake meat. We still made it work though, ate a lot of Del Taco, a lot of rice and beans, and actually a pretty good amount of Asian food here in Orange County, California. And then in 2001, well, I don't know. Things just kind of fell apart. I got lazy, started eating cheese, started eating meat, and then I kind of just gave up for a while. In 2015 or so, me and my now wife Heather, we started going to yoga a lot. And from there, we started going to the local Hare Krishna temple. And they started talking to us about eating meat and karma and all that, and we kind of just decided like, hey, let's give it a shot. And then within about a month of giving up meat, she actually came to me and was like, hey, let's be vegan. And I was like, all right, well, I've done it before, I already know how to do it, let's try it. So got back on the path, and here we are now. I guess one of the good things about being vegan in 2020 is that there's so much information out there, and there's so many restaurants and pop-ups, and in the grocery stores, anybody could be vegan very, very successfully. Now, the difference between the 90s and now is that there's a lot more emphasis on health. Eating healthy, eating whole foods. Somewhere along the way, in between, my stints of being vegan or whatever, I ate paleo for a long time, which could be a whole nother video in itself. But one of the things that I learned from eating paleo was JERF. Just eat real food. And it's something that we really live by now, and I think that's something that's a little bit different between like junk food vegans and people who are doing it for their health. The word vegan is not necessarily synonymous with health, unfortunately, counter to what some people think. So if you want to be healthy and be vegan, you really have to try. I also, along the way, learned how to cook. I don't like cookbooks. I don't really like to open cookbooks. I actually learned how to cook from Pinterest, of all things. I would just go on Pinterest and look for like, oh, I have broccoli and I want to be vegan. What should I make? And then 10,000 recipes come up. I get asked all the time hey, what's your recipe for that? What's your recipe for a Beyond Burger helper? Or what's your recipe for pho? Or what's your recipe for fried rice? And so I want to start sharing that stuff, and I want to start sharing the information that I have in a fun and positive way. And that's one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel and why I switched up my Instagram to be the Hardcore Herbivore. So in the future, what you can expect from this YouTube channel is things like recipes, interviews, rants, information, shopping, basically what it takes to be a healthy herbivore in today's world. I'm going to inject some things that are important into my life into being an herbivore. Punk, hardcore, Ayurveda, Vedic wisdom, and like healthy family life. And I think it'll be fun. I really would appreciate you subscribing, liking, commenting, following me on Instagram. Eventually we're going to have all kinds of sweet merch for you to pick up. And profits from that merch are going to help go to the Shelter Farm Sanctuary in Florida, who we're like super good friends with. And we've been there and we really support what they're doing, and we want to help them continue to fight for animals and help animals in a really positive and fun way. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for continuing to tune in, and we will see you real soon.